Come on, let's go. Shotgun in the butt. Oh, that's not too bad for a TA boss, I would say. FE right there. Here we go. Ah! No, you got away from me. Damn, dude, we almost had him before he went into the next phase. Can you kill him before he does the second phase? It's nice to be able to prep that ahead of time there. Okay. Damn, goes immune. Oh, yeah. Not the pizza! Okay, he's bugged. Why does he look like that? Oh! Kill him, kill him! Oh, wow! He didn't even go through the next phase! I killed him through it before he could do it. The pizza. No pizza for you! What's up gamers, Lexu here with my third Torchlight Infinite build guide video. My first Torchlight video was a shotgun build with Lethal Flash Carino, which is a paid to unlock character. I had many people asking me for a free to play Carino version of the build, so let's begin. The default Carino, Ranger of Glory, has an entirely different hero trait set than Lethal Flash. Lethal Flash has a shotgun hero trait, but Ranger of Glory does not. We can still get the shotgun in other ways, which I'll get into later. Ranger of Glory has special ammo slots that can be applied to our projectiles. We unlock one special ammo slot each from Ammo Expert, Punishment Barrage, and Well Prepared. Special ammo is reloaded through Ammo Expert and Heart Piercing Shot. Punishment Barrage also gives Magic Shot, which should always be active if we're rapidly firing. Magic Shot makes reloading instant, so you'll never have to worry about ammo. This makes Ranger of Glory much easier to play than Lethal Flash. Landslide will make projectile skills consume all ammo, which makes it much more likely to apply your special ammo. Well Prepared is also giving your special ammo support skill levels, as well as adding 2 additional projectiles for a bigger shotgun effect. For special ammo slots I have Mark, Overload, and Elemental Fusion. My previous build used Split Arrow with Lethal Flash's hero trait to shotgun. Since we don't have a shotgunning hero trait, we can use Chromatic Shot, which inherently provides projectiles can hit the same target. The support skills here are Projectile Pierce, Critical Strike Rating Increase, Wind Projectiles, Efficient Cast, and Slow Projectile. We have 3 buffs to increase our DPS in the active skills with Elemental Destruction, Secret Origin Unleash, and Mana Boil. We're using Sacrificial Blades with Spiral Strike for mobility. Make sure you're using Harden for a survivability buff, as well as Periodic Burst for more DPS. For passive skills, make sure you're using Precise projectiles. The Precise version adds extra projectiles for a bigger shotgun effect and can be bought off the market for about 1 Flame Elementium. Precise projectiles and Magical Source can be tied to Seal Conversion, which causes them to reserve almost all your life. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of energy shield with this build to stay alive. Be careful leveling Magical Source too high, otherwise it will seal too much life. The level you can have this at depends on how much sealed mana cost reduction you have. Try to make another 1 Flame Elementium market purchase with Precise Death Pack. The Precise version of Death Pack gives a guaranteed chance to refresh on kill. Linked to this I have what I call Density Multipliers, which are buffs that increase our DPS depending on how many enemies there are, like Soul Eating Circle and Fixate. These 2 buffs are linked to increase area and extended duration. Now this build is a focused mana stacker, which means we stack int and mana for DPS, and in return we get energy shield for survivability. I prefer Energy Shield for survivability over evasion builds because evasion builds tend to get one shot as soon as they fail to dodge. Remember that each skill point you put in this column gives you int, so we choose to use these 3 trees here. The priority for stats here is going to be spell damage, max mana, crit strike, intelligence, and then minus sealed mana. Your need is to fit in all your reserved auras. You can come back to the extra focus stack later once you finish the other trees. For the major nodes, we're getting Beacon for extra spell damage, and Preparation to generate focus stacks. I'm able to use Insight here because I have an Infinity Belt with Preparation on it. In the Arcanist tree, make sure you get the minus sealed mana here, as well as the restore missing mana when using skills. You can come back for the crit later after you finish all the other trees. In the major nodes, full load will allow you to reserve almost all your mana, as well as giving you additional damage every time you restore your mana. Mind Focus is the core to a mana stacking build, and is the reason why we get so much damage. Continue to get mana, int, cast speed, spell damage, and energy shield in the Magister tree. Bunch will give us an additional focus blessing as well as spell damage. And Play Safe is 40% more main skill damage. This build doesn't require any legendary items, and it's pretty easy to get some decent stats with some budget crafting. It's not too hard to get your energy shield above 4k, mana above 7k, and your int above 1k here with crafted items. Also make sure you try to cap your elemental resistances. We're using Sacrificial Blades because they have some good stats on them, while still allowing us to use Spiral Strike. You're aiming for mana, int, and elemental resistances for the most part. On the necklace, lightning skill level is actually preferred for both Chromatic Shot and Sparkle, which I'll get into later. Glacier Caster Shield is actually a budget legendary item that you can get before you have 2 crafted daggers. The more expensive legendaries include Touch of the Dark Surge with Focus Blessing stacks. It's possible to get 2 maximum Focus Blessing stacks here with Corrosion, but that can be pretty pricey. Infinity is another option for another Focus Blessing stack. This one also has Preparation, so I can change my talent tree to Insight for more damage. Moonstone Necklace of Darkness is a very cheap option that you can find on the market for about 20 flame dust. It took me about 7 tries to corrode this for 2 additional Focus Blessing stacks. This build has high single target damage if you stand right next to your target to shotgun with all the projectiles. The sustained DPS here is around 70 million. Now we can get even more single target damage if needed for difficult boss fights. We can do this by replacing Chromatic Shot with Sparkle. Sparkle also has a shotgun effect that isn't noted in the description. For this skill we want to reduce projectile speed as much as possible with Slow Projectile, and we want to get rid of Wind Projectile in favor of Spell Concentration. Projectile Pierce is also not needed as this skill already pierces, so it can be replaced with Critical Strike damage. This is a quick swap that I do for big bosses like Watchers and Realm Lords. Now Sparkle requires different positioning for it to do maximum damage. With slow enough projectiles, it stops and stays at a certain distance. You want these projectiles to stop and stay on your target. This setup will give us way more single target damage. You can see here that we already broke the meter. The bigger the boss is, the more hits it will take. You can check my YouTube channel for other build guides with much more to come. That's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more Torchlight Infinite content. Peace out and happy slaying.